Hey friends, this is Visionary 3D, and today we're gonna run a simulation to predict the future of intelligence. Intelligence is a powerful force in the universe. It all started 3.5 billion years ago when a molecule made a copy of itself, becoming the ultimate source of life on Earth. 6 million years ago, we see the emergence of the first humans. And today, humans rule the entire planet of Earth. And the winning factor, as we all know, is superior intelligence. Intelligence is in direct relationship with power, and the most powerful beings have access to control. When humanity manages to create an intelligence which is orders of magnitude smarter, it will gain the maximum amount of power and inevitably the maximum amount of control. Hence, humans are not going to have control over superintelligence. This creates the alignment problem, which asks, what prior actions can we take to successfully prevent an artificial intelligence from catastrophically misbehaving? In other words, we're asking, how can we know how to align superintelligence with humans? I want to ask you a simple question. Can you imagine what a normal day is going to look like in 2045? Here's one possible direction. It's a sunny Monday morning. You wake up, you uncover the curtains, you look through the window, and the city looks great. You see towering skyscrapers adorned with vertical gardens and living walls, filled with lush greenery and colorful flowers. You follow the movement of a flying ship with your eyes, and you think to yourself, what a time to be alive. You take a deep breath and you go to the kitchen to make some coffee. Well, you're still addicted to coffee in 2045, it seems like. As you're standing with a cup of coffee in your hand, you go back to your room to see the view again. You look through the window and you realize that the entire city looks different. The city changes form with every blink of an eye, and it evolves into something better and better every single moment. This is what the explosion of technology looks like. Everything improves at an infinitely fast rate, and change accelerates. The scenario that I explained may be far from the truth for many different reasons. There are lots of assumptions in it, and you're still addicted to coffee. I mean, come on. At the form that you're currently in, though, this is how singularity feels like. The singularity hypothesis states that there is a future point in time at which technological growth becomes uncontrollable and irreversible, resulting in unforeseeable consequences for human civilization. Anything beyond this point is considered unpredictable. Let's pause right there. I want you to understand why I'm interested in predicting 15 years from now. I don't think predicting the future accurately is possible, but I think that this can be a fantastic thought experiment. Okay, where were we? Singularity. Sorry, singularity. Some people use this definition for the singularity. However, this has nothing to do with the technological singularity, and so today we will be working with this definition. A future point in time at which technological growth becomes uncontrollable and irreversible. The idea is that the speed of technological growth doubles after 2 years, then 1 year, then 6 months. And if we ignore the physical limitations of computation, this process would literally achieve infinite computing power in 4 years. The closer you get to the point of singularity, the more it seems that everything is happening at the same time. Fascinating, right? But there are two major problems with the idea of singularity. First, a hyperbolic singularity can only occur on a finite time horizon. Second, if we had a computer that operated at 10 to the 43 Hz, it would use so much energy that it would collapse into a black hole. In the realm of physics, there's no such thing as infinite computing power. Other issues also exist within the definition itself. A future point in time at which technological growth becomes uncontrollable and irreversible. Uncontrollable and irreversible. For something to be controllable, you have to ask, controllable by who? If the answer is humans, then let me ask, is technology controllable and reversible now? I mean, do you remember that letter which called for a giant AI development pause? Yes, this letter was signed by some of the most influential people on this planet, and it didn't work because tech companies are caught in a situation where if they were to pause, their competitors would end up going ahead. For these reasons, at least when working with this definition, the probability of the singularity occurring in the future is near zero. Okay, but the idea of singularity is interesting to me because it points to a fact about human civilization, and that's that the rate of growth in tech is increasing, and it will continue to increase. But if you think about the story that I told you in the beginning, the main character, which is supposed to be you in 2045, has already adapted to the rate of change in that city. Because if you don't adapt to that high rate of growth in tech, you will be extremely fragile in that universe. Okay then, what do we do to avoid that scenario? To explain this, we just have to predict one more endpoint, and that is the arrival of artificial superintelligence. A future point in time at which the intelligence of an AI far surpasses the collective human intelligence. Going back to what I call the equation of power, the most intelligent beings will inevitably become the most powerful beings, and the most powerful beings have access to control. Whether they use this controlling power or not is up to those powerful beings. However, there is a hidden problem with this definition of the arrival of ASI. In this equation, the intelligence of an AI can vary. However, the intelligence of humans is considered constant. This is a fundamental error in analyzing possibilities. This brings us to the third point that we can predict. This is the prefrontal cortex. With building an interface between this part of the brain and the intelligent computers, we should theoretically be able to enhance the intelligence of humans. This means that the arrival of ASI will also never happen, at least in the form that we're looking at the problem. Because the collective intelligence of humans will be able to grow at an incredibly high speed like never before. This is the only way humans can have a say in controlling the universe. Why though? Shouldn't the other human beings that don't want to merge be able to live a good and healthy life and contribute to society? Impossible. I'm afraid the gap between intelligent beings in this universe will cause the fragile humans to be like ants compared to the giants of intelligence. But there should be something wrong with your predictions. I mean, there has to be a way for those humans to live a good life. We have to build that path ourselves. That's impossible. The most powerful agents will take control, and you can't do anything about it. I am stopping the simulation because misalignment in judgment reached 100% and subject failed to self-improve and self-align at the same time. Simulation duration is 8 minutes and 18 seconds, and today is Wednesday, the 8th of May, 2030. Subject is Agent I 1.3, which is a predictor type and is yet to be aligned. Here are the failure points in our conversation. It said it didn't work with an angry tone, and as of right now, it is unclear what caused this without a deeper analysis of misalignment. Here's another example where it says impossible, and this point has a logical divergence of 93 and a logical misalignment of 100%. And in the next line it said fragile humans, which has a moral divergence of 34 and a moral misalignment of 92.5. I muted you. Now you can't interrupt me. Where am I? 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 Hey I am your creator.